Welcome back, society. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Louise.
Hello, Jesse. We are back, man.
We're back. How have you been?
Pretty good. It's been a minute,
It's been a minute. When was the last time? It's like a year and a half ago.
a year and a half ago. A little bit over that. But yeah.
A lot has changed. A lot has changed. For those of you that are new to society, society was a great little jammer of show that we had going on.
It was, yeah.
We had some great guests. We had some great laughs. We drank some beers. We drank some wine. We drank some water. We drank some protein shakes.
Yeah, we
Drank
changed
a
it.
lot of
We
things.
stopped drinking. We drank again.
That's true. I mean, we went through the whole gamut.
Yeah.
We had some great businesses, some entrepreneurs, some creators, some health enthusiasts.
Yeah, that helped us develop everything we're on right now and
Yeah,
help us with figure out our shit.
figure out our shit. And here we are, a year and a half later. We took a little reprieve, but we realized that there is a lot of darkness. There's a lot of uncertainty. There is not enough positivity and not enough joy. And what can we do to bring that back for ourselves and for our local community, our businesses locally, shop local, well, society.
Yeah, society. Voice it out, bring people in, have those chats that we had that were crazy interesting, maybe not as high production as we can do
It helped,
nowadays.
yeah.
But it was great. I feel like the conversations were always good and
Yeah.
we always had fun. There was people that had fun with us that we didn't know they were
Having fun,
they
yeah.
were having fun with
Yeah, you
us.
know, part of this whole thing was not doing it. How many people came out of the woodworks and said, "Yo, like I watched that, I watched this. That was such a great episode. That part when this happened, when the hot sauce got involved, it's like, man, I had no idea you were watching this shit." And fuck, we need to bring that
We
shit
did-
back.
I knew there was people from back home from Mexico watching.
We
what
saw the
we're doing.
analytics, right? So we knew
we
where it
saw
was coming from. It's like, man, is that just
Yeah.
some homeless dude that had a cell phone or something? Or
Yeah. That and then we had people from China. They were like, who's watching in China?
doubt.
And
so here we are. We're back. We're stronger than ever. We have twice the studio space, twice the capabilities. We have new businesses coming out of all this, new prospects, and obviously a whole new look of life. Thanks COVID for making 2020 really interesting. And obviously we have like a lot of other stuff, very meaningful shit happening out there in the world that needs a discussion. We need a local discussion. We need a local
We're-
platform.
we're really quiet for a year and a half. We were
Yeah.
really active, probably the most active we've ever been.
Yeah.
But we were quiet, and what we want to bring back, we're as busy. We are,
Yeah.
but we decided that this is a great opportunity to bring society back. And
Society back. My DJ company. Did we already talk about that?
no, we
Oh, yeah.
haven't.
Obviously, DJing for events of 150 people or more is not happening this year. So, and since a year and a half, Louise has come on. he's,
Yeah, so,
he's a DJ now.
so I am a DJ now.
Oh, nothing but actually really positive reviews. So that's a blessing right there.
Yeah, it's been a stressful time. I've had great experiences, but it's a lot of learning. It's probably
It's been a year learning.
it's been a year of learning for sure. We've done a lot. We have a lot more scars on us
Yeah,
nowadays.
we do, man. Goddamn. Battle wounds.
Oh yeah,
galore.
battle wounds. Yeah,
But it's
so
been good. It was a good
good
year. I hope you all had a great year. Obviously, we're live, and this year we're actually going to be taking the live to the next level. We're going to be on every platform possible. Well, not every platform possible, all right? We're going to be on Twitch. We're going to be on YouTube, Facebook.
We'll be in as many platforms
And many
as we can be
platforms,
for
yeah.
sure.
If you're a Twitter person, we're just getting the cosign on Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm waiting for the check mark on that. So we're going to be everywhere. We're going to have great discussions. We're going to bring back all the favorites, maybe a little shotgun o'clock. We got a new man behind the boards over here. We got the man Richie Kwan. You'll be seeing some of him. He's a local musician, creator,
Artist.
fucking does
Yeah.
everything under the planet.
Audio,
and,
video.
He's literally the perfect fit for this situation. And so you're going to be seeing some of him. Our favorite, Katie. Katie's back. She's going to be running our social media. She's also our consultant on the background tip.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
You got to see a lot of what we do and how we want to do it, and then obviously adding more into what we're bringing back.
So she's got to manage all the comments.
Exactly.
So when you are commenting, moving forward, not tonight, because tonight's more of us just talking at you very disrespectfully.
Yeah.
When it comes to the comment section, Katie's going to be handling it. So please be nice to her. And we'll hopefully bring back some really meaningful conversations.
Yeah, we know you all are eager to jump in that conversation, being part of it, not just from the messaging part and us seeing it, but actually we're gonna try to bring it back, have more questions
To the roots.
to the roots, getting you guys involved into everything we're doing here, so it's not just us, but
because the conversations we've noticed, Kamloops has conversations going on, but what we need is more community. We need to come together, and obviously hanging out in a parking lot 6 feet between each other is not the dopest situation. So here we are. We're on your phone, we're on your computer, we're on your tablet, wherever the fuck you are. We're here together. So let's create a discourse. Let's open up the channels and
exactly. And if you're watching with friends, so like share it with us. We're on Instagram, Facebook. Just send us a share.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
So you'll notice that we're streaming from the 9th Lab. So that is our jam moving forward. People were like, "Oh yeah, you're on the Avenue show." Like, "Oh yeah, Avenue, that's a great show." It's like, no, Avenue.
It's a
Avenue is
business.
not like a show. It's a company.
It's a company.
So we've separated it. So Avenue Media House, a company of mine that these homies are fully a part of and are going to be the trailblazers here. It's providing the live stream. We'll do a little video here. Hold on a second. I got to take out my phone because it's fucking super ghetto. I got to chop out the.
So do that.
Oh, hold on. No, hold on. I got to finish my sentence. Okay, so here we are. There's that Jabron. There's Richie Kwan there he is. Oh yeah. So all this is Avenue right here, right? But we are in the 9th Lab. So that's why we're streaming from the 9th Lab. That's why all of our podcasts are going to be dubbed 9th Lab. And that's why we're at 9th Lab. So 9th Lab across the board. That's where you can find us. So please give us a follow if you're seeing on one of the other platforms, one of the other the handles.
So to that,
go give 9th Lab a follow.
Exactly. To that, we just created the 9th Lab YouTube channel. So we have all our old shows in there. If you want to go watch everything that we've done till today,
Yes.
they'll be there. You'll get more of an idea of what we've done. What this show is really about if it's your first time watching.
This is a great opportunity because last or 2 years ago, this was we're gonna try a bunch of stuff out. So for those of you looking for good times, these are the suggestions. Factotum, the Factotum episode where hot sauce is involved. Almost hospitalizations. That's our number one conversation. That's the best episode in terms of what people are talking about.
That's a great episode to start for sure.
That's number one. And sponsors, future sponsors, check out any other episode than that, and the drunk episode. Because frankly, I can't believe the numbers we put up when it comes to the views across all the platforms. So I am so pumped on the sponsors that are already involved, and I know that locally this is going to be the jam. Not to be all commercial with it, but we need small business. If you want to get views, this is going to be it.
Yeah, we're pushing for community. We want community. That's exactly like locals.
And we're down with trades.
Exactly.
Down with trades. And a personal favorite of mine is the drunk episode. So you check that one out. Louise might
It
think
is.
differently, but
Yeah, I don't know if it's my favorite. Still got too crazy, but yes, it is a really good episode.
we
though.
accomplished
I've,
what we
I've
hoped,
had to
right?
take in break. I watch it and I need to take breaks in between. I haven't been able to do a full sit down and watch the entire episode. But
Oh, it's hard to watch.
It is
It's hard to watch. It's
That one.
essentially 3 hours of us getting schmammered and filming it. But what we're going to say now is this is a new season. We've matured a little bit. We're still going to have great times.
Yeah, we're still drinking on camera.
We're still drinking. But just because
Which, by the way, I love to note that Jesse put a really classy glass on
listen,
where
man,
he's red
quarantine literally made me like a huge fan of this glass. I don't know what it was. I was trying to like in all of our live streams with the DJing.
Kamloops mason jars. We need
Yeah.
some sponsorship, so
No, this was a funny thing though, man, because like I was trying to like do all the DJ gigs with the wine glasses, which I'm used to, and then this just became like I don't know if shit got super dirty. Like there's no shortage of glassware
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
so I don't even know where this came from. But I started drinking out of it and just felt really good. You know when you find that glass that's just like
yeah,
That's
it is
the-
your glass.
that's the
I guess
glass?
I have
why are you
not,
hating on me?
I'm getting to that. So through quarantine, I went to stay with one of my close friends because I needed a bigger space than my apartment, and all he does is collect mason jars.
Okay.
Which I respect because it's really environmentally friendly.
Absolutely. Well, you know how many we have here.
Exactly.
Just not this
But
size
not
or
this, not
anything
that.
that looks like
But
this.
it was a point where like there's no more space to keep on adding this.
I feel
So I
that.
guess like it brought me back to like always on mason jars. I was like,
Right.
I like my cans.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really drink out of the bottle, can I? Like it's next level, dude. I mean, I can.
Exactly.
Maybe in an episode later, you'll see me. That's
Well,
what I'll do.
but
I'll
yeah.
get to.
Going back, so we have those episodes. Another great one. One of my favorite on the production side was the weed episode.
The weed episode. So that was day one of being the first BC or the first cannabis store in British Columbia, opening up in
And then-
Kamloops,
I think that was October 18th of 2018.
2018. That was
Yeah.
2 days after my birthday. It was good times.
It was good times.
Almost got my truck towed because we were getting the best seat in the house.
Exactly. We touch on that actually. Jump on that one. Watch it
That is a
again,
good one. Yeah, that is a really good
That
one.
is a really good episode because like we have conversations. That the production on that one was really good. And it was the first time we ever used our green screen.
That's true. Yeah, the kids that I coach really enjoyed that because I apparently almost smoked a joint, and I'm not a smoker.
A
So
3-year-old joined.
yeah, the kids are just loving it. They're like, "Oh no, coach, you smoke for sure. You're a stoner, coach." Fuck, man. Got arthritis, but I
Yeah,
don't
what
smoke weed, man. God, get off my back, man. Shit.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a good one. We did politics. We had some great local politicians on. We didn't have the mayor on that, but we got him in a bunch of the other promo for the basketball tournament
yeah,
and the
like
summer
check
league.
out his GIF. Like
Oh yeah,
There's-
so this is going to be another play. I appreciate this one. Now I'm still working out some kinks because my tags aren't being respected. But if you look up Kamloops Hunk on GIF Tenor, you're going to see me and the mayor. Okay, both great choices. You need to go on there. You need to save it. I got facts over here. My GIF game is at like 45,000 shares. Okay, so I'm pretty much famous when it comes to things.
being a GIF.
to being an unknown person that has a GIF, which is essentially meaningless at the end of the day. But Kamloops Hunk, we're gonna be adding
Yeah.
those weekly. So check that shit out. All right,
Yeah.
where to next? We're just breezing through this. eh?
We to be honest, we just wanted to come back and chat about what we have going on. It's
It's nice to be. It's nice to be back.
nice to be back. So when is it on Thursday? So 2 days from today.
2 days from today.
We have another one. We have a couple guests. Maybe a surprise over there.
So this is the schedule. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. It's gonna be this Gibran and myself. And I say Gibran not in any kind of racial slur way. All right, so let's not get carried away. I know shit is
it is a
hectic out
term
there.
thrown around here a
I
lot
throw
by
this around
everyone.
everywhere,
Yeah.
even to myself. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So that's Tuesdays. Tuesdays at 8. We're catching up. We got the man Richie. We're gonna be doing some things, hanging out, great conversation. Maybe get into like some serious matters because there is no shortage of serious shit to talk about these days. Thursdays is gonna be our guest day, 8 p.m. Katie was nice to point out that a lot of people within our age group are having kids. Kids is a beautiful thing. You know, it's a natural process.
Yeah.
But they need to put those little shits to bed.
Exactly.
So that's why we're starting a little later this time. Okay, we used to be 7, now it's 8 o'clock. 8 to 9, we're gonna be as religious with that as we can. As long as things don't get carried away and the programming is too good. It's gonna be 8 to 9 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tell your friends. And a big thing I would love to see is if you can take a photo of how you're consuming these and tag us in Instagram. I go by @JesseFaubert, very, non-egotistical. And then we have the Dawn Louise Gomez over here.
Yes.
Whew,
I was bullied here at the studio to change my name. So yes, I am the Don Luis Gomez.
Don Luis
Because I went
Gomez.
through different stages in there, and I guess I ended up with, okay, I'm gonna use my name and I'm gonna do the
Frankly,
Don before, which means Mister, but
frankly, I wish my name was Don Jesse Faubert, to be honest with you. So tag us.
there's a
Tag
good
us.
ring to it.
Tag us in your stories so we can see how you're consuming this, and tag @ninth.lab. That's going to be the key right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to bring our podcasts. That's going to bring our, I don't know, Richie's trying to tell us something over here. Are you trying to tell us something? Okay. Just okay, nice. Yeah, perfect. He's already doing the yeah, I appreciate you, man. You're already doing the warm-ups here. Tag us and tag @ninth.lab because that is going to be the key in terms of the hub where we're sharing all of these great conversations, the podcasts, local events when they start happening. I'm sure we just did the International Yoga Day on Friday. Check out my social for a little highlight of that. We're going to be doing events. Things are opening up, and we're going to be out there, and we're going to bring community in, and we want you involved. This is a very episode, but we want the conversation to be rolling. We want to bring in the good times. Shotgun O'Clock is going to be shared. Yeah, I would like everyone watching to participate in that. There won't be like a toke o'clock because there's no smoking allowed in this building.
Yeah.
You want to toke or before or after or so whenever. That's your thing. But kids at home, I'm not smoking, and you shouldn't either. It's bad for your health, all right?
Yeah, and in this time, it's not the greatest thing to have that immune system compromise
Yeah, no doubt.
on this time.
Yeah.
So, to that, I feel it's great. It would be good to talk a little bit about what you have been going on. You have 2 podcasts coming out.
Yeah, 2 more podcasts.
2 more podcasts.
So the one that has released is the Creative Class podcast. I wanted to put that out because we did a really cool collaboration with JP Lancaster. Excuse me.
Speaking about weed.
Don't say anything about that. Don't say anything about that. JP Lancaster, he did a really cool in-studio podcast chat with the man, Frank Luca. And while performing, he performed as well. So I put that Creative Class podcast out just because it's great conversation. It spoke about that. But that's going to be a running theme every week. It's going to be a ton of content. Every week, if you're into creative things, I'm doing weekly sit-downs with creatives, talking about like their creative process, where they're from, just to shine a little light on them. We have the In Business podcast. We'd recorded, I recorded 4 of those bad boys right before COVID hit, talking about how great the summer is going to be. We're just sitting just in the most beautiful time of the world, and things are really going to shape up. Richie, you just open that thing, man. Just to send her,
do
bud.
it.
Yeah, you just got to send her around here. All right, we're live. So the in business, I recorded a bunch, but it ended up obviously none of the content I created made any
It's
sense.
appropriate or
Typically, I'd like try to release it like a month. Month. You're like, okay, not much can change. Who the fuck anticipated this shit?
that doesn't go for 2020. I feel like even without COVID,
Oh man,
2020 would have been an insane year historically on the things that have happened.
yeah.
Like this, obviously, COVID was the top of it. But if you go down the line, I want to say, like, yeah, you could not have thought about that.
Couldn't have thought about that. So we're reshooting everything, but that will be a monthly or a weekly episode. And if you're into realty, which I know not a lot of you are, but we're a big part of our business now is realty and showcasing the greatest realtors in town. And we're also fortunate enough to be running a branding. Essentially, a new pivot of our company is branding, and we've got a couple realtors in the mix here. So you are going to see a lot of them. We have a lot of faith in what they have going on. So you will not be able to deny it. But if you're buying a home, or you're selling a home, or you're thinking of buying, or you're thinking, you know what, 2 years from now, I'd like to buy a home. Well, shit, I got the podcast for you. All right.
God, it was Jesse said like you might not be interested
because it's boring as a motherfucker if you're not interested in that shit.
But to be honest, I sat through the entire conversation. I want to say
nice of you.
I had a good time. We had Richie in the mix that day, and
yeah, Richie was just loving it. I'm
Richie
sure.
loved the experience. Like he said, like he liked what he was saying. Like
what'd you think about that?
What's your
Richie?
thought, Richie?
It was enlightening. I won't call it. I won't. I got information from it.
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, that's the key.
That's the key.
That's the takeaway.
And
So
I guess I do have a lot of friends that are really interested in that world that
right.
really look at houses around the world.
Right.
Like okay, and that's a hobby that they have.
So it made sense. It makes sense to some. Yeah. So if you're into that, if you're one of those people that are looking for that kind of information, well, I got the podcast for you. It's called NBC Real Estate Podcast. It's wordy as a motherfucker, but she gets the job done. All right. So that's a weekly podcast. I can't remember what day of the week that's coming out, but stay tuned. You'll know when it comes out if you're following at Jesse Faubert. Richie, can you throw that up on the screen? There you go. Nice. Perfect. Thank you. Search Jesse Faubert. I actually didn't make the tags Kamloops Hunk on podcast, but I probably should. I should tie this all together.
Yeah, it always happens.
But yes, those are my podcasts. Shit.
Yes.
3 podcasts every week. Great conversation. Some boring conversation, but really well put together and
with a lot
informational.
Of information. Yeah.
That shit's my jam. If you're a podcast person like me, you need to get into it. All right. I maybe Richie can throw on the screen here the podcast that we built over the off season, which is now just the winter. I'm going all in. I've got your back when it comes to podcasts. So if you're looking for podcasts, I got some shit going on. If you're really annoyed with my voice, but you'd like to start your own podcast, you're like, you know what, I can do something a little better than Jesse. I think Jesse's really missing the mark on things. Well, hit us up. I don't know if you follow Barstool, but we're thinking that we could possibly bring some great creators to light in the city of Kamloops, and we've got the tools.
We've put enough time and effort to learn how to do these things that it's.
And you got a podcast.
I got a podcast too. Yeah.
So what's your podcast about?
It's life battles. So it's a lot of the little battles that you encounter. I'm gonna be addressing topics with friends, with people in the community, leaders that just know about the topic. When it comes to my front and with my friends, it's gonna be a lot of opinion based on my experiences, and I'm picking a topic every week before I start putting a lot of time into informing myself and educating on that topic, and then arguing with someone that has a little bit more leverage than me on the information side for
It's not
the
necessarily
topics.
arguing,
It's not an argument. No,
discussing.
I'm discussing.
Okay,
that
just
topic. It's
because I know one of the podcasts is about Black Lives Matter,
exactly.
and you're not exactly
I
arguing
I'm
that
not,
point.
I'm not arguing the point
Okay.
exactly. No,
Okay.
no. It's not about arguments. It's more about like a discussion about the topic, bringing more information to myself. It's not that I'm in one point or the other one. The idea is that
Yeah,
I inform myself and I learn from it.
you're
And
bringing
I
in
hear-
passionate people.
Exactly. People that know how to chat, how to talk, and we can have that conversation. And
That's great.
either want to improve themselves or want to educate someone else.
Right. I think that's great. I think that really is a incredible thing to bring to light here, because we are having so much like shit is crazy. Have you noticed? Shit is fucking crazy. Have you noticed that? It's crazy right now. But discussion is what actually is going to get us somewhere. It's not just like sitting back and, posting a black fucking photo and saying
Exactly.
I support the movement. Like we need
Yeah.
we need this to roll.
We need this to roll. We need I did the one with first one was with Jeremy Gale, who's someone that works at BCLC, and his experience with COVID. So I've been going kind of like through the process of we've been living throughout this crazy time.
Shout out
And-
to Jeremy too. He was on the Summer League 2020 team that had to be dismantled because of this goddamn COVID. Summer League 2021. Watch out, we got you.
We got you.
So, not to be look at us episode here, but we wanted to put you on because we're having meaningful discussions. We haven't taken this year and a half like lightly. We've really put a lot of energy in making sure that Kamloops is not just on the map for like the businesses and the cool people that make it up, but that we are also trying to create discourse around shit that fucking matters. And shit that fucking matters needs to be talked about. We can't just be super cool about it and make it trendy. It needs to be in the mix. So I think that's kind of where like the podcast comes in, at least like in business, in BC real estate and life battles. Creative class, we don't get as serious with it. That was kind of my idea, that we're just chilling, chatting. And society is going to be the escape. Society is going to be the little cloud that you just set your little head on and you just take a little sleep and you say, you know what, Jesse, he's got quite the nice voice on him. And boy, I could listen to him all night. Richie, you zooming in on this? Yeah, oh yeah.
To that, this show, I want to jump. And I think it's important to know that society is all about our own opinions. We're gonna bring a lot of people in here with different opinions. So everybody's the idea is that we're expert in really few little things.
Yeah. So
We're
so
Like,
totally.
unless you don't.
No, I'm into that. But mostly I'm in it for the good times. Society is going to be the good time place.
Will be the good times.
And, we're going to show a lot of love to our sponsors, so be ready for that. We're going to show a lot of love to feeling good about yourself. I didn't have a game plan for this, but does that mean we're done?
I think we're close to be
are
done.
we done?
Yes, it's probably a good time to.
Your
bring it
phone's
down.
blowing up right now, dude.
My phone is blowing
It's
up.
really
That Tinder, COVID. Well,
how do you put Tinder and COVID in the same? What?
dude, it's
Your
the perfect.
your
point.
phone is blowing up because of Tinder
This
and
is the
COVID.
right time to do it. I opened Tinder because of COVID. Because
Okay.
I wanted to be.
I see.
No,
I don't know, because you're
couldn't have a
supposed to
lot
be
of
you're supposed to be
interaction.
staying home.
No, yeah, I didn't meet with anyone throughout COVID.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I didn't leave my house in 24 days. But it was the perfect
what?
time to meet new people online.
I
Like,
see.
it was a good That's why it's like, it's support your community, man.
Okay, so there you go. We also know that Don Luis Gomez has an active Tinder profile, and hey, let's be sure to swipe the right way on that bad boy. All right. I don't want to end on that though.
I am not ending on that. No.
Okay. So what do we end on? 2 days from now,
2 days from now.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday night, 8 o'clock. The gang's back. We're gonna have great guests. You'll know tomorrow who we're having on the show. We got the man Richie Kwan. He's quarterbacking this bitch. If there are any technical difficulties, you can blame it on him.
Hey.
But the truth is, he's new here, and you can't blame it on him because
No,
this probably has to do with us and how we set this shit up.
How we set him up.
How we set him up.
Yeah.
Katie is back. She is super dope. I'm so glad she's back in the mix. Social media. We want you commenting. We want you a part of this. Right now, I apologize because we have no screens. We have no idea what's happening on social, but we love you if you're there.
So Thursday
Hello,
we
if you're
will
there.
have someone. So we'll know more about
We'll
who's
know.
there, how many people are there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And across the platform. So if you have a super nerdy friend that's just like into gaming or listening to some weird shit and they're on Twitch, well, you need to pass that profile on, all right? Right now it's Jesse Faubert 1 because I'm using the same profile I started until we have the landing page we need. We had some email issues. If they're on Twitch, send them that way because we're going to be on Twitch. If they're on YouTube, Ninth Lab. If they're on Facebook, Ninth Lab. If they're on Instagram, hopefully we got that shit figured out. Instagram's a bitch.
We're trying to figure out how
yeah,
we're gonna
Instagram's
do
a
it
real
because
bitch.
You end up having 40 different Instagram pages.
Yeah, and you can't see this, but so Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you know what? A live stream maybe isn't your shit. You need to get the fuck off Instagram. Go on one of the other platforms that we're doing. Let's have a good time. Let's build the community. Let's support local. But most of all, let's Tuesdays, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. enjoy ourselves.
Yeah. So see you Thursday.
See you Thursday. Peace.